Hey guys, welcome back to the Cocktail Club. Today we are going to make a wasabi cucumber margarita. For this, we've given you some pickled chilies, you've got some wasabi powder, a Mr. Consistent margarita mix, and a cucumber. Straight up, we are going to make a cucumber wasabi syrup. To do this, we're gonna finely dice our cucumber. It can be pretty rough, but the smaller you do it, the more surface area there's gonna be, the sooner it's going to infuse and do its thing. So we just top and tail the cucumber, ditch those bits. Quarter it long ways. I don't have the best knife skills in the world. You don't really need them. You just need to give it a nice, decent chop. Make sure you don't cut yourself. Okay, from there, we need to ascertain the volume of this because we're gonna put equal parts of sugar by volume to the cucumber. So chuck these into your measuring jug. Obviously, sugar will fit a little bit tighter than cucumber dices will. So squash that down a bit, and we are at about 350 mils in the jug. So we've got the same amount of sugar here. What we're gonna do now is put this into the snappy that we provided you, put the sugar in, and my rough guide for wasabi is for about every 200 mils of cucumber that you got, you wanna put a teaspoon of wasabi powder in. So we're at about 350. We'll round it up because we're in the spicy box. We like things spicy, so we'll put a little bit more in there. We'll go 2 teaspoons. The best way to do this is to put the wasabi powder with the sugar beforehand. If you try to add it to the syrup, it'll sort of clump up and congeal. If you do this, and go heap teaspoons, you know, like we like our spice, let's get in there. If you do this, seal up your bag. You can shake that around and make sure that all of that wasabi powder is in amongst all of your sugar. It's already really well mixed up. All you have to do now is add the cucumber to this and make sure you're getting it all out of the jug. And stir this up a little bit. Essentially, all you want to do is make sure that that sugar coats every bit of the cucumber in there. It's equal parts, we know that, so you should be able to get all of the sugar pretty well covered on all of the outside of the cucumber. Have all the cucumber covered and no loose bits of sugar like that, you know, like you want to shake that up until those are all done. And this is a syrup I sort of stumbled upon when I was working in a bar a couple of years ago trying to make a cucumber sugar and put the two together, and it still blows my mind every single time I make it that you do this, you shake it about like that, your sugar and your cucumber look like this, give that a couple of hours and all of the sugar draws all of the moisture out of the cucumber. And essentially what you get is this. So all the sugar draws the water out of the cucumber shrivels up like that, like little pickles, and you're left with this amazing cucumber syrup. We've got wasabi in this one, so it's a wasabi cucumber syrup, but essentially the principle's the same. It just draws all the moisture out. This one's ready to go. Leave this to the side. Give it a shake every now and then to incorporate that sugar into the syrup. But yeah, like I said, couple of hours, and this one will look like this one, and this one's ready to go. Okay, so we've given our cucumber syrup a couple of hours. We've let all of the sugar draw out all of the moisture from the cucumber. We're at the point now where we strain it. So strainer over your jug. Open your bag just a little bit. This is the point where you got to be careful because it gets a little bit messy. And then you just pour that straight in like that. Keep the syrup, ditch the cucumber. Okay guys, cocktail time. So we have made our cucumber wasabi syrup. All the hard work's done. The rest of the cocktail is pretty straightforward. The wasabi in there is more to give it character than to give it spice. It's wasabi itself is obviously a pretty spicy component to the drink, but in this state, it's not all that spicy. It's just the taste of the wasabi that we're looking for. So if that's not spicy, don't worry. We are going to put some pickled chilies into the drink as well. This is the bit that's the variables up to you. If you like it spicy, go hard on it. If you like it a little bit less spicy, dial back on the chilies. We like spice, we've got the spicy box, so we're gonna go 2 chilies. Just chuck them straight in there. They're in vinegar. Vinegar's actually not a bad thing to have in a drink. It gives it a nice little bit of acidity, but you wanna minimize how much of the vinegar goes in there. Muddle those. Give them a squash. Get the seeds out. From there, we go 15 mils of the wasabi cucumber syrup. Add that. 45 mils of tequila. If you don't like tequila, you can use other spirits. We just like tequila, you know, it's a margarita. We've got margarita mix. Tequila should be the flavor of the day, but if you are adverse to tequila, like a lot of people are for some reason, you can go any white spirit really. Gin works really well, vodka's pretty good. You can get away with white rum if you want to, but tequila's my flavor, so we're gonna go with that. And we're gonna add 75 mils of Mr. Consistent margarita mix. Chuck that in there as well. Get some ice in it. And just give it a shake. Now, general rule of thumb for any of the cocktails that I make into a glass like this, where there's no ice in the glass, I always like to double strain it. This one even more so because we've got those little flecks of chili, you've got the chili seeds and all that in there. They add heaps of flavor and you want that component in a drink, but you don't necessarily want that texture in it. So if we use a double strainer there, fine strainer there, you can strain it out. Get it in, check out the color, it's lovely. And we will just garnish that with a dried lime slice. Straight on top, and you're good to go. Wasabi cucumber margarita. Cheers.